Hey everyone. In this video I want to talk to you about how to be good with animals. And surprisingly, the tip that I'm about to share with you also applies to people. So it will help you interact with other people as well. And this tip is to respect their boundaries. That's how you become good with animals, because all the people out there who have the best relationships with animals, people who are really good at meeting new animals and taming them and developing trust with them, they all respect the boundaries of the animal, whereas people who are bad with animals tend not to do this. That's why they get bit or hissed at quite often, because they don't respect the boundaries of the animal. This is a problem many people have, where they kind of view animals as like inferior than humans. And I understand some of the logic there, like we're at the top of the food chain. That's evident. We're the smartest creatures out there, at least that we know of on this planet, probably not in the universe, but we are at the top. So a lot of people treat animals as if they're lesser than them. But the mistake many people make with that is they act like animals don't have boundaries, they don't have emotions and other things, but that's not true. In a way, animals are kind of like tiny humans. Like, I've actually read a few things out there saying that cats and dogs have the intelligence level of maybe like a 4 or 5-year-old, which if you think about how you interact with 4 and 5-year-olds, you still respect their boundaries. You know they have emotions. You're not going to just be completely rude to them. So don't do that to animals either. Like, if you want to be able to tame any animal you come across, respect their boundaries. I'm really good with animals, and I realized at some point this is why when I meet a new dog or a new cat, I hold out my hand to them and let them sniff me and familiarize themselves with me before I pet them. And when I do pet them, I make sure they can see my hand so that they're not going to be scared of me like doing something they can't see. So that means usually when you're meeting a new animal, you want to pet like the underside of their jaw pretty much, or like their cheeks. You don't want to go immediately up here, because now think about that. Like, if you do this to yourself, you can't see your hand anymore when you do that. It goes out of your view. So that can be a bit intimidating to pets, or to animals in general, should I say. So just develop the habit of keeping your hand where they can see it when you first meet them. And always allow them time to familiarize themselves with your scent. So that's why you stick out your hand and let them sniff first. You don't just immediately start petting them and not respecting their boundaries. And another thing here that's incredibly important is to learn how to read their body language. It's almost always easy to tell when an animal doesn't want you near it anymore. They show you. They have micro expressions, not even really micro, they have macro expressions that they use to convey their emotions. They're a lot easier to read than most people, I would wager, because people can be rather manipulative with their emotions, but animals, not so much. They tend to show you how they're feeling by their actions. They'll either run away from you, they'll hiss at you, they'll growl, that sort of thing. They show it. So if an animal is showing that it doesn't want you near it, don't go near it. Respect its wishes. A great example here is when somebody is overstimulating a cat by petting it too much, and at some point the cat doesn't want to be petted anymore. It's had enough. So maybe it gives them a light tap on the hand with its claws out, but not enough to do any damage. At that point, the cat is telling you, stop petting me. I don't want to be petted anymore. You should respect that and walk away, even if you still have the urge and the desire to pet it. Respect its wishes. Treat it like it is a 5-year-old child. You're not going to, hopefully you're not going to keep being a dick to them when they tell you to stop, right? I would hope so. So do the same thing with people's pets. Just respect their boundaries. That's how you can become good with almost any animal out there. And all of this applies to people as well. So there you go. Just a nice tip to help you relate better to animals and human beings. So yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about in this video. Just a helpful tip to ensure that you guys are more cat and dog whisperers than before you saw this video. Because yeah, it's something I've always had that skill my whole life. And my mom even thought it was like a skill or something, like it's something inherent in us. But eventually I just realized it's because I treated animals like smaller humans in a way. Like, I respected them, and that respect is what makes them trust me and like me. So There you go. That's all you need to implement in your own life. It's not rocket science or anything crazy like that. It's just being patient and respecting the animal enough so that it develops trust for you. There you go. Anyway, I truly hope you enjoyed this video, and if you like content like this, be sure to subscribe for more. Otherwise, the easiest way you can help me out is just to throw a like and a comment on the video for the algorithm, and I will see you guys in the next one. Arrivederci.